Lady.
Hey!
So apparently I'm an absolute powerhouse. I didn't quite know that, but so today we were marching here. The banner at the front of the march said "Independence to end pensioner poverty." So when Scotland is independent and we've become that nation again, then we can create a decent retirement pension. But I think we need to start that process now, and I'll tell you why. We've got a current state pension. It's called the UK New State Pension, 220 quid a week. Dead generous, isn't it? But if you're 70 or over, you don't get that. You get 50 quid a week, less than that. You get 170 quid a week. Now, some 70, 71-year-olds depend on that 170 quid a week. So can we not do something now to address that? I think we can. So in Scotland, we've got the Scottish Child Payment. It's for low-income families. It's now at £25 a week for each child. Parents say how much less stressful their lives are because they know that money's coming in. It's been described as an absolute game changer for inequality. So how about a Scottish pensioner payment? And initially we aim it at the folk who are dependent on that pension. How about just 10 quid a week to start off with? I mean, that would make a difference. And that would be a caring thing to do. That would give people some more dignity. And isn't that one of the things that we want our government to do, to help make people's lives easier and give them that dignity? So think about it. I'm not quite sure where the First Minister is, but he's around here somewhere. Think about it, a Scottish pensioner payment to help the pensioners who are really dependent on that measly 170 quid a week. The other thing that was on the banners, of course, is about independence, and I have to say that people my age, we're not convinced. Some of us do quite a lot to try and convince more folk, but we haven't managed it yet. For every pensioner who wants Scotland to be independent, there are 2 pensioners out there who want to stay in the UK. But for those of you who are 16, 25, 30, for you it's completely the other way round. More than 2/3 of you want Scotland to be independent. So look, well done, guys. So listen, we need to start talking to each other. Folk my age need to start talking to you and vice versa. How about we set up some sort of cross-generation conversation project? And in Ireland, when they were making changes to their constitution, just imagine they've got a constitution. It's written down. They can make changes to it. But the young folk phoned up the older folk and they helped them to come round to what the changes that they were wanting to make. So, if you're in that younger age group, of course, talk to your grandparents, but talk to your grandparents' pals. If you've got an elderly neighbour, help them take their bins out, help them get their messages up the stairs and the lifts, because I tell you, it's always really appreciated if you do that kind of thing. Get chatting to them. Tell them why Scotland being an independent nation is important to you. Tell them what a difference you think it would make to you, but also tell them what a difference it would make to them. Point them to Pensioners for Indie Groups. Point them to our website. And when you've had a go at that a few times and you've found out the kind of things that can persuade older people, well, then you need to get your message out to a wider audience. And at that point, get in touch with me. Come and talk to us at Scottish Independence Podcast, or talk to the Broadcasting Scotland people, or write something for the National. So we need you younger folk to give folk my age a nudge. Just persuade some of those maybes aye, maybes no pensioner to give your futures a bit more weight than they are doing at the moment. And then listen, in return, we're going to give you a nudge. Because you younger folk, yeah, you're convinced about independence, but you're not so good at actually going out and voting for it. See us, we're really good at going out for voting for it. We've got long memories. We can tell you why it's really important to go and vote if you want to change things, because I'll tell you, we've seen some pretty awful people getting elected down into Westminster over the years, particularly a certain woman Prime Minister. So you persuade us about a bit more and give us a nudge about, why independence is so important to you and what your dreams are about it, and we'll give you a nudge to go and vote. So those two things, Scottish pensioner payment and cross-generation conversations, if we do that, we'll give the polls a wee nudge. And then we can give them another wee nudge. And at some point, hopefully not too far away, we can come here and we can really celebrate. Thank you.
We're with you, Marlene.